Hi everyone, Nancy with Our Treasure Home. How y'all doing today? Well, I did that 40 question challenge. I'm doing pretty good. Oh boy, I have gotten some requests. Yes, some requests about a couple of questions that I had on there. Good coffee. One in particular was, and I had to say this before I started, because power in your words. And the righteousness of God through Christ Jesus, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and the devil knows to leave me alone. Experience with ghosts. Now y'all know my answer was, I don't believe in ghosts, I don't believe in spirits. There are demons and there are angels. I have had experience with both ever since I was 8 years old. So, let me see here. I'm trying to find a blank piece of paper. Not from the printer, but, I just need one piece of paper. Alrighty. I'm trying to draw a picture for y'all so that y'all can kind of see what went on. Give me a moment. I am almost done. Alright, here we go. This is my parents' house, the best I could do. This is the living room, okay? This was the bathroom. That was a bedroom. There was a bedroom here, and this is the kitchen. Well, right here at this bathroom was a closet, and then there was the furnace. And there's the old furnace kind that was old furnace. Oil, O-I-L. An old oil furnace. So, and my parents' house set up like 3 feet off the ground, because that's where they made them, so they had that big crawl space underneath. Well, this bedroom right here, this bedroom right here, that's me and my sisters. This was my brother's bedroom. My parents had this room, and then the bathroom. Well, we had a garden in the backyard. And everybody's outside except for me. I didn't want to go outside. I was inside playing with my Barbies. Because I had Barbies. And I got up to go in the kitchen to get something. I think it was a cup of water or something or another. And at the furnace, I said, here was the key. You could go underneath the house. And when my dad worked on the furnace, he can yell through that vent if he needed something or somebody to bring him something. So I go in my room. As I'm walking, somebody says, Nancy. I stop and look, and I turn around. There wasn't nobody there. So I go to the kitchen and get what I need to do. As I'm coming back, it says it again. So this time I go to the back door and ask if anybody yelled for me. Because my brother loved playing tricks. He loved it all the time. They said, no, nobody yelled for you. I'm like, okay. Well, go back to my room. It does it a third time. This time I looked out the window to see where my brother was, and he was in the backyard playing with a soccer ball. I went outside. I was not going to be inside by myself. Okay? So, different things. I can tell you this. I was maybe a couple years older after that. What movie did we watch? It was back in the 70s. You know, we only had 3 channels. And I don't keep remember if it was Over the Rainbow or The Sound of Music. It was one of those because it was around that time of year. I went to bed, and I'm telling you, I was floating in the air. I don't know what was going on, but was Mary Poppins is what it was. Yes, Mary Poppins, when they loved to laugh and they were floating in the air. Yeah, well, that happened to me. Twice. And didn't like it. So, alright, so years later, my best friend and I say we're about 13. My mom used to drive a school bus, and my dad told us we never could play on the school bus. Okay? Well, one day we were on a school bus. I was sitting there, we weren't doing anything, we were just looking in the seats. It was like a big fort to us. You know, we watched Saturday morning cartoons, superheroes, Wonder Woman, Batman, all that, Wonder Twins. So that was our fort. That was our home base. Well, my dad happened to come outside and we saw him, we ducked. And so we waited for him to leave. And after he left, the camera, we snuck off the bus through the back door instead of going through the front. But you know what? That was good practice in case you ever really had to get out of the emergency exit of a school bus. So we got out of the bus, and the door, the front door, you hear all the kids get on and off. Opens and closed. It was closed, and we had left it open. So wait till he got back home. Just nonchalantly. Hey, Dad, you closed the bus door on the bus? He says, no, I didn't close no door on the bus. I'm too busy doing blah, 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 blah. He goes, why? I said, oh, we just noticed that it was closed, closed now. Not getting in trouble. We just noticed we were playing and noticed it was closed. We wondered how it got closed. He didn't close it. We don't know how it got closed. We never got back on the school bus either to play. So, fast forward a few more years. I was older, 16, 17. It's just things you see out of the corner of your eye. I have not liked Halloween since then. But now I have found a reason to celebrate October 31st. That's when Martin Luther nailed his thesis to the Catholic church door. So now I do have a reason to celebrate October 31st, but still don't like Halloween. Too many people have tried to play too many pranks, and they have gone bad or wrong, or creepy things has happened, and I just don't like that day. The simple fact this happened on that day. Things moved in the house, shouldn't have been moving, or didn't see it move, but you know it was sitting in one place and nobody's touched it and it's somewhere else. Yeah. Now, let's see here. I've got to think the timeline. So move forward. 2009? 2000. 2007 to 2008. Alright. My mom had done her genealogy. Listen for people to be up. And we found out the cemetery in Virginia has a lot of Civil War people buried. It's a big triangle, but pyramid type thing. Well, it is a pyramid, and it's big. It's in the shape of triangle, and it's, you know what I'm trying to say. No one can say it better. So anyway, a lot of war heroes, a lot of regular people are buried there. Robert E. Lee, I think Thomas Jefferson, a few others. But I found some of our ancestors are buried in this monument. So my son that lives with me now, him and I go and take the camera. We're taking pictures, just taking pictures. Nothing special, nothing going on or anything. But they're doing work in the cemetery. So I took a picture of the pyramid. Heard a noise, turned around, looked to see what it was. Came back, and then my son had gone around. He was looking at all this stuff and took a couple more pictures and everything. And then as we were leaving, we went by one of the monuments, and I took a picture. Well, I don't know what it was or anything, but something really liked my son. A week later, we had to go back so he could get rid of it, because he would see it following him everywhere he went. It wouldn't leave him alone. But in the first picture that I took, and I don't have these pictures anymore, so this is an experience. The pictures got destroyed somehow, and the computer that they were on, it crapped out, don't run, whatever. But in the one with the pyramid, see, here's a pyramid, and over this way were two trees. In the middle of the trees, well, the trees were behind, but there was a stone, and I'm telling you, there was a silhouette of a soldier kneeling down, looking at that gravestone. I had that picture blown up this big, and you can see the trees were back here, and there was a silhouette of a man kneeling down at that gravestone. You could see the Civil War paraphernalia all on his body. What? And I'm just like, not a Union soldier. It was a Confederate soldier. I looked at the stone, and the last name was Young. And I was like, paying your respects. I understand that. The other picture from the cemetery, and I went back and we looked. Couldn't what this thing was. It was no bigger than this. It was black as ace of spades, and the top of it right here had a headdress on it like an Indian, but it was only this small. I'm like, I don't know what the freaking word you are, but you ain't coming home with me. Went back and looked. There's nothing. There was nobody's tombstone. Nothing that had any kind of flowers or anything that would have made it, because it was right in the middle of something else, in the middle of a tombstone, and there was another one and a tree. There was nothing to make any of those. Went once, went back to get rid of whatever it was, and that was it. Never went back. As a plantation, that was a plantation. It has a Ruth Chris restaurant there, and the history was that the man that married a 13-year-old, because back then they did, because he fell in love with her, and their prearranged marriage, where she didn't love him, and she secretly met the man of her life she loved and everything when he found out, and killed them both. When they said at nighttime, you could see them walking the grounds. People at Ruth Chris restaurant, because that's the plantation house that they turned into a restaurant, says that things happen in that restaurant all the time. The lights, things moved, you name it. And again, I don't have the pictures, but I did take pictures. Went up there one night, took pictures, got the silhouette of the man and the woman walking. Now, I say here's the restaurant. There's a road now. On this side of the road is retirement houses type thing, where there's a white picket fence. They're walking through the white picket fence. Okay. I'm like, well, we're done with that one. And move on. Now, as far as here and now, the last few years, yeah, when your hair stands on the back of your head, you kind of know something's around. And that's when you just say, I'm the righteousness of God through Christ Jesus. Jesus lives in this house, and whatever you are, you're not welcome. My son can still see them. He can see shadows. Sometimes I see something out of the corner of my eye, and I'll look real quick to see what it is. I just don't say anything except what I just said. So, with that, those are my stories. I probably have a few more done. Can't think of right now. But, yes. Have I had experience with coming across demons and angels? Yes, I have. And I can tell you one thing. Many times I should not be here. And if it had not been for an angel, God sends them. I thank the Lord He does. So I hope y'all enjoy. No, I didn't want to do it on the 31st because, not that day. But if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. And thank you for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications, and we'll see you next time on Our Treasure Home.